All right.
So what
So
is this place?
yeah, thanks for asking. So the this space is our official space for the American Medical Extended Reality Association, and AMXRA is a new medical society for
Ooh.
physicians, nurses, um, scientists, researchers, developers, anyone who's working within the medical extended reality space. We want
Mm-hmm.
to make AMXRA, and our goal is to really create this professional home for people in this field. So, we have www.amxra.org.
Mm-hmm.
.amxra.org is our website, and then this is our Horizon World, where we hope to host
Whoa.
regular get-togethers. I think we're
Mm-hmm.
going to plan for Tuesdays at 7 Eastern,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually this will be kind of an open forum.
Yeah.
We talked about having members from AMXRA, experts in their respective fields, come and talk about kind of the work they're doing in this forum, but also just as like a
Mm-hmm.
casual place to kind of learn more. And our goal with AMXRA is to be very inclusive and welcoming. And if you're part of Horizons or interested in the medical field and want to move this
Mm-hmm.
forward, we want AMXRA to be a place for you.
That's
Great.
spectacular. Like
Yeah.
the work that you guys are doing. I know we were talking earlier about how the strongest thing about virtual reality is making experiences and places and people more accessible.
Yeah.
But there's challenges with that. As soon as you make it more accessible, then anybody can come in to do it. So it's so
Mm-hmm.
great to see you guys legitimizing it and saying, "Hey, we're going to do this by the book. We're going to do this officially." I know you said you're working hand in hand on creating the correct nomenclature and
Yep.
making sure that people are getting what they're thinking they're getting as they come and engage. That's awesome. Thanks for what
No,
you're doing.
importantly, first of all, thank you. And this world would not happen without Linda and House Call VR, and I think that importantly, uh, Linda is also a member of AMXRA, as are many other physicians and nurses and researchers across the nation. And actually, we have a couple international folks as well. And really, the goal, and we have our mission on that wall there. It really is to advance the science and research and application of this kind of technology. So one of the things that I'm a practicing physician as well, and I kind of work in the digital innovation and digital health space. And one thing that we were looking at as we were kind of exploring XR and the current state of things for medicine is that there isn't a primary journal. So when we do
Mm,
kind of evidence based kind of publications, typically the premier journals for each of the specialties is usually like you know for I don't know. I'm a palliative care physician, so I'll talk about palliative care. So we have a couple kind of journals like Journal of Palliative Medicine and AHPM, which is our national organization, similar to AMXRA for VR. They also have a journal as well. There isn't one for XR related research. So people
mm,
publish typically in their specialty journals, right? And one of the
uh-huh.
opportunities we see with AMXRA that we want to ultimately do is create like the journal for medical XR, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's going to be another kind of validation point for this. I think for this like really promising technology and field. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I
So
love
what you're trying
that
to do
mindset.
here is you're
Yeah.
trying to make a space for someone to come in and have like a virtual doctor's appointment. Is that what it is?
This is we're not going to give any. This
Ah.
is a open space. No virtual kind of medical advice will be given here. This is more a space, open space for a society, a medical society in XR.
Ah.
So there will be doctors, there will be nurses. We have some doctors and nurses here already, but it's open for anyone who's interested in kind of this field and to
A
connect
social
and
world
learn
for
more.
those in the health field, basically.
That's right. That's
But
exactly it.
basically, Sturm, if you come in and somebody tries to take your pulse,
Social
like that's not what's supposed to
Yeah,
be
I
happening.
love it.
yeah. Won't worry. Won't worry.
Open
Yeah,
your tongue
yeah.
and say ah.
That's it. That's it.
Yep.
But
Well,
I
maybe.
think I wouldn't be surprised if in the next, in the next month or next couple months, we'll have, an expert in psychiatry or mental health or using VR or XR. will have a talk, right? And you can learn more, and you can pick their brain, or maybe we'll have an expert in foot. We have an expert in foot and ankle, and we can have that conversation, right? So that's kind
Yeah.
of the idea. We have surgeons and others, gastroenterologists, nursing, psychologists. I think part of this is showing that um, there's a lot of power even in this social interaction, just to kind of uh, distribute information and get awareness. But then there's even more. That's what's exciting with XR, right? We're not only
Yeah.
using it for kind of this type of social interaction, but there are actual, even right now, there are therapeutic uses for XR that are in deployment or being developed, and that's very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I?
Well, and
I do
there's
a
some
show.
that are even accidentally being discovered in here, like in the soapstone. And Don, I'm sure, has heard this quite literally hundreds of times. People will come in and really struggle with social anxiety,
Yeah.
and coming into VR, like there's enough separation that it'll allow people to step out of their comfort zone a little bit, but there's enough similarity that then they still get to experience the social dynamics of having a conversation here and then turning and having a conversation here and then here, and really have that interpersonal connection. So it's like again, almost accidentally, we've discovered that there's some huge benefits to this platform and how people can engage with it.
You're totally right. You're totally right. It's super interesting. You know what we've been. I have a team that we kind of focus on. Kind of started doing before starting AMXRA. We did a deep dive into XR, and part of that was the whole team got Oculus headsets, and we would do our
Mm,
meetings in workrooms, and it was so
yeah.
fascinating to see. Even the workrooms is like it's a work in progress. I'll say.
Yeah.
But it was incredible to see how it's not quite like being in person, but it's
Yeah.
like way better than Zoom or Teams or
Yeah.
anything else, right? Like there's just
Yeah.
like this way where when
Yeah.
you're talking, you make eye contact. Once you get past the novelty, you just have like a connection that's like way more valuable,
You
even
feel
with
the
like the
energy.
cartoon. Yeah, there's an energy, right? Like when people
Yeah.
talk, people see each other.
Yeah.
It's just that's the thing that I'm always impressed by with this
Yeah.
technology, and
Are you on
especially for
Instagram?
the mental health. I'm not
Yeah.
on Instagram. I'm not, but we should probably
Is
make
this
an
world on
AMXRA.
Instagram? Okay,
Should
not
it be?
yet.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
a lot of people are in Instagram. It's the big way of like marketing yourself and stuff around here in Horizon.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, that's a good point. Maybe we'll do that'll be on my
Because I was
follow-ups, is to
wondering,
do that.
do you think that they would be a good fit for the Good Morning Soapstone show?
Yeah. I mean, if either or both of you would like to come by for Good Morning